This is Coach E on Coach Talk, a HME production. This is Coach E on Coach Talk, a HME production.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Coach Talks, and I am your host, Coach E. I am excited to be back with you guys. I hope you enjoyed your Turkey Day. Yes. Unfortunately, I was sick for part of my turkey day, but I still got in the kitchen and made that turkey and that dressing and that mac and cheese. But I didn't really get to enjoy it the way I wanted to. But I did enjoy my family. Shout out to my daughters and my sons for coming in town and spending some time with mom and my guy kids, of course, and my mommy. My mommies. One mom that didn't give birth, but the other mom they did. And then my children's great grandmother and their grandfather. We really enjoyed them this holiday. It was really a great opportunity to have time with family and friends. Now, let me say this. We want to really give a shout out to Mike King with On the Mic with Mike for giving us an opportunity to actually have our show doing his segment on ESPN Richmond 106.1 FM. We also want to give a shout out to this young lady right here, Miss Tamara Taylor, principal broker over at Exit Resource Realty, for being one of our wonderful sponsors. We definitely want to give a shout out to one of our experts. He is our mortgage expert. He is the Mr. No of Mortgage. Whoop, 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 whoop. Mr. Chris Watson over at Movement Mortgage. So if you're looking to purchase or refinance your home, make sure you give Chris over at Movement a holla. Now, I know you all are on pins and needles. What is this week's episode all about? Yes. Well, before we get there, there's some things that we want to talk about. There's some things we want to talk about today. And that's why I have Miss Tamara Taylor here with us. Oh, you are so welcome. As everyone knows, I do a lot of work for her, and so you might see her come on and off of the show a lot, whether it's here on ESPN or whether it's on Choice 105.8 on Wednesday evenings at 5:30. But here's the deal. On she's having an Elite Agent Expo. So we're going to talk about that a little bit. I'm going to let her first kind of introduce herself for those of you that really are just getting to know getting to see her for the first time or hearing her voice for the first time. I want her to kind of tell everybody who she is and what is this Elite Agent Expo?
Broker of Exit Resource Realty. I've been in the real estate industry for close to 20 years. So I am excited about the Elite Agent Expo. It's going to be the last one that we're going to have for the 2023 year. We'll kick back off in 2024. So look, I know there's a lot of people out there kind of talking about the economy. They're at jobs that they really just don't like. They're hating or they're uncomfortable. They're looking for something new to kind of just branch out. This is the time. If you're looking for a new career, if you are an agent and it's just like, I want to expand, and just kind of see what possibilities are out there in the market and what are some of the advantages to go into another brokerage. This is what this Elite Agent Expo is about. We're going to really dig in and talk about who we are at Exit, what we do, and how we can help you either replace your income, coming on into a new career, or expanding your income and helping you grow and take your business to the next level.
Okay, so it's actually an opportunity to look into a new career
It is.
or enhance the already career that you have. Okay, and the career is as a real estate agent. Ah, okay. All right. So let's talk for a second because like you said, the economy, and so some people are looking at people are not buying and selling. Rates are too high. Why would I want to buy now? So why would somebody want to buy now, even though rates are high? What do you want to say to those that are considering a career, but are like, is people really doing it? What do you have to say concerning that?
Yeah. So this is still it may seem a little scary because it's something that will be bringing in. But this career, one of the things I love about real estate is about servitude and helping others and helping steer you in the right direction because there are people that are relocating, there are people that are upgrading, there are people that are downsizing, but still business out there in the market right now. Even though rates are a little bit higher, that's what we don't have as much competition where everybody is buying for the same property and you're worrying about if there are going to be 30 offers on a particular house. Now I have to bid way over the price point of where I'm comfortable at. So it gives you a little bit of a advantage in today's market right now. Go ahead and still be able to purchase, still get a good rate because rates are still not in the double digits, historically high as they were way back when. So you can still get a good rate, and there's so many grant programs. Listen, there's so much free money on the table that people leave or they don't know about. So my job is to really help guide and steer you and educate you on what there is out there available to you as a consumer.
Okay, so basically, what you're saying is that looking at an opportunity at Exit Resource Realty is actually opening up some doors for you as an agent
Yeah,
to really be able to help navigate people through home ownership.
that is correct.
And look, being a former loan officer, actively, financing homes, I will say to you this. Rates are not historically high. They're not at the historical lows that they were, right? But they're still not bad. And considering what the average rental price is for a 2 bedroom, we're not even talking about a 3 bedroom, we're talking about a 2 bedroom. And the fact that now we're going to put on our wealth building hats, right? The fact that I am not earning any benefit for paying $1,800 a month for, or 15 to $1,800 a month for a 2 bedroom apartment or a 2 bedroom house that I'm renting. I'm not building any wealth from that. I get nothing out of it. As a matter of fact, and I look, I am all about real estate investing, right? I have done it in my past. But I'm saying to you, if you are looking to build wealth, right, then you really have to consider I need to start leveraging my money, that my money may work for me. Remember, money has no real value. It's all implied and it's currency. So it has to constantly move, right? So if it's not moving to build your wealth, it's building someone else's wealth. So if you're giving away 1,500, 1,600, 1,700, 1,800 and up to pay for rent, I want you to take that number, multiply it by 12. That's how much equity you have helped build for someone else. That's somebody else's wealth being built. So if you're sitting on the sidelines because you're looking at, well, rates are 6%, rates are 7%. The thing is you want to look at what is that payment resulting in terms of your home. Is it giving you more space, right, than what you have, or is it equivalent to what you have? And is it allowing you the opportunity now to actually take that money and put it into your own personal bank account? Your equity is yours. The equity is yours to access, right? Some may say, I can't access it until I go to sell my house, or I can't access it until I refinance. And if I refinance, then I'm having to pay interest on the money. Look, I'm telling you, the equity is yours. It is yours to access. So whether you are going to give it to somebody else to access, or whether you're going to give it to you, somebody is going to benefit from the wealth. So my thing about it is, if you're on the fence because rates are higher than what they were a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, look, get off the fence. Yeah. And as Tamara said so eloquently, look, there is free money out here.
There is free money. We hold grant workshops a quarter, and I'll be letting everyone know when we have our upcoming one for 2024. But we go through all the various programs that are out there. And a lot of people don't know. They don't think they can qualify. I remember way back when I was young, I didn't think that homeownership was in my grasp at all. And it took a lot of growth, maturity, and people kind of knocking on, hey, exactly what you just said, rents are steadily going up. You're steadily making someone else rich. And I wanted to be able to have some stability as far as a place where I wanted to have my son, to have him grow up with a yard. I didn't want to have to worry about the neighbors over me and being loud and, dealing with parking issues and things that, as renters that you deal with. Why not alleviate that and go ahead and get your own property? Be your own landlord. You can turn around and rent that out. You can look at getting a duplex where you're living on one side, renting out the other. Now you have a property that is income producing. There's so many things that you could do that you have to open yourself up. And that's what I like to do, is be able to educate and help guide people, because a lot of people, they just don't know, or they've never thought about it, or they didn't know how they can go about doing it.
Absolutely. And here's the thing. We talk about you paying into it, and that's the way you build your equity, but your equity is also built because the value of your property is constantly going to appreciate, right? As long as you maintain the house and the neighborhood is maintained, the value is going to go up, right? So if I'm paying down the mortgage and my value is going up, the difference between that is what we call equity. And so when you go to sell your house or refinance your house or what have you, it is right there. So, again, this is the time to really start considering, am I ready to buy? And as an agent, going back to, yes, but it's all together. It all fits together. As an agent, you get to get out there in the field, so to speak, for lack of a better word, in the trenches. Thank you, Lord. In the trenches, to be able to help those to get educated, to understand the difference of ownership versus renting, and why we really want to start owning. For some, they say that your primary residence isn't really considered an investment. And I get where they're going with that, because you're paying the mortgage itself. But I want you to take another look at it. It is a part of your wealth building portfolio. So you may not have anyone paying the mortgage on your behalf for it, which would make it a rental, right? But you are building wealth with it because it's a part of a portfolio, and investments are supposed to appreciate, assets are supposed to appreciate. So it is an appreciating asset that you have. So I want you to keep that in mind when you're dealing with building wealth. One of the first steps that we do, beyond getting rid of debt and increasing income, cash flow in the house, is we talk about purchasing your first appreciating asset, which one of those first appreciating assets is going to be your home. So look, y'all, we're going to take a moment and we're going to pause for a commercial, and then we're going to come on back. This commercial that we're getting ready to play is from yours truly, Miss Tamara, and from Mr. Chris Watson. Those are your financial, that's your real estate and your mortgage experts that they're on my team of experts. And they have a special announcement to make, and we'll be right back.
'Tis the season to spread holiday cheer, and Chris and I are going to do just that. One lucky winner will walk away with a delectable gift basket full of treats for this holiday season. In order to win, you must do the following. Answer this question.
What is a common misconception that discourages self employed borrowers from applying for a mortgage?
In order to respond, you must be following Coach Talk on Facebook, watch for our advertisement, and put your answers in the comments. All responses are due by December 15th, and we are looking forward to one lucky winner walking away with a delectable gift basket for the holiday season. Continue to spread joy and cheer. 'Tis the season to spread holiday cheer.
All right, everyone, we're back here. So, look, if you've been listening to Coach Talk, or maybe you haven't been consistent with listening to Coach Talk, you want to definitely check out Coach Talk, the previous episodes, specifically the one where Chris Watson was the guest, because that's where you're gonna find your answer to get your holiday goodie basket. Okay, so definitely tune in. And again, welcome to this week's episode, and thank you, Tamara, for being here. But we do have to Miss Tamara Taylor, principal broker of Exit Resource Realty, with us, and we've been talking about the Elite Agent Expo. Okay, that she's having. Well, we as a collective are having on next. Yes, absolutely. So look, y'all, I have another guest that I'm going to bring to the stage here. And this is going to be a nice treat. Now, we're not getting rid of Tamara because she's going to still be here on stage with us. But we're going to bring on Miss Jonika. She is the matchmaking queen here, okay? She is the business matchmaker, y'all. And we are going to talk about networking brilliance, right? Attracting new business. And as business owners, one of the biggest things that we have to learn to do, and if you don't like it, you learn to like it, is called networking. So I thought that it would not be robbery to bring Miss Janika on so that we could talk about it. So hello, Jonika.
Hello, hello, hello. Before we get started, I'm going to say you need to mail me that necklace you got on. You might as well take it off right now and just put it in the box and be like, that's the Christmas present. Hey, ladies, y'all look absolutely amazing. Please forgive me for my tardiness. In the middle of trying to log on, I had my queue open, and then it ended up putting me in another. Queue, and then all of a sudden it started ringing. I was like, "How did that happen?" So I answered.
It is what it is. It is what it is. We're so happy that you decided that to come on to this show today. Look, Jonika, I know you well, but everyone else doesn't. So can you tell everyone who you are and what you do?
Absolutely. Hello, everyone. You know the weather has have all of us out here crazy, right? So forgive my voice. Happy holidays to everyone. I've had a crazy, wonderful Thanksgiving, but crazy. It seemed like my entire family became sick. I was like, oh, what's going on? And so my voice sounded a little cracky today, but I'm happy to be here. So thanks for the opportunity, Coach E. So my name is Jonika Lynch, and I am a business matchmaker, and I am known to many as a referral attraction expert. And basically, what that is, I help women in business connect, whether it is B2B, business to business, or B2C, business to consumer. My days consist of matching individuals, whether you are in a corporate setting, nonprofit setting, if you are a solopreneur to a freelancer. I host and facilitate many workshops that create platforms for professional people to come together and to network. I believe that collaboration is the new currency. So I am all about networking. I am all about putting individuals in a space where they can meet other like minded professionals. This is something I've been doing since my early 20s. And I didn't know that there was a profession for it. Like there was an industry. I had no idea. I didn't know back then how to monetize it. And so before you heard things such as influencers and connectors and business matchmakers, it's been something that I have naturally been attracted to, something that I have been doing since, as a child. That was just my love to bring great people together. So when I started to learn that there was an industry in it, I started to um, research and find ways to win within, how to monetize it. But more than just monetizing it, creating lanes so other professionals like myself, a little chocolate girl from South Fulton Avenue, to really connect with other stakeholders, other brilliant women in business, resourceful women, so that we all can win. And so it's been a lot of fun in it. Building, I've met amazing professionals from all around the world, actually. And so over the years, it has taken me to places that I could never fathom.
So let's kind of, because we don't have a whole lot of time, so I want to jump into this real strong here.
Mhm.
What is why are you so passionate about uh matchmaking or networking, and what are some of the things that you've discovered that especially women we deal with when it comes to networking? um
Absolutely. So my passion come from um, surviving in a community where we had a disconnect in terms of business and a lack of in terms of resources. A lot of information was not filtering down in our community. And so when people will say things as funding, like what is that? Who gets funding? Meeting other individuals so that you can amplify your business connections. I was like, what is that? And so I had to go out and place myself into these arenas of other professionals so that I can capture the audience, my target audience, to conduct business. And so it was like, oh, how do I do that? So my love came from meeting other individuals who was very supportive, very giving, and very knowledgeable on different industries that I didn't know anything about. So I was so impressed by all the information that was out there in the atmosphere that we just didn't know about. And so when I started to really build relationships and foster good friendships and partnerships, I was like, you know what? People really missing out, right? There's a lot of great information out there. How do we get that information? How did that information filter down to the small business community? And that's what I started to do. And so when I would go and find out great information that could be shared, I would take that information and then go share it amongst my peers so that we could, in return, gain funding and being able to tap into some of the business resources out there, learning more about the banking system, and learning how to grow our business and our community. So it was more about my love for what I've learned and then wanting to share what I learned with my peers.
Okay. And then as women, what are kind of some of the struggles that you've noticed when it comes to networking and how you are filling in that gap?
Ooh, I'm about to come through that screen on you, darling. I will say this. We put that theory, when I say we, me and my network, we put that theory to the test every day where they say women don't get along. We do. Grown women do get along, right? People with a purpose do get along, right? People with agendas, we do get along. I think people don't necessarily want to be quote unquote the mean person, the mean girl. I just think we need to know how to coexist and being able to set aside whatever differences we have and know that if we can come together for a greater good, we can make great impact. And so, coming from me, myself, being a woman who can be emotional, sometimes we bring those emotions in the workplace and there's no place for it in the workplace. So that causes different challenges. The lack of communication causes different challenges. So a friend of mine asked me yesterday, say, why do you watch what she called ratchet TV, right? And I was like, for me, the reason that I do watch, I don't have time to watch a lot of it, right? It's not helping me in any kind of way grow, but what it does help me do as a business matchmaker, it teaches me skills on communicating. I get to look at what is from the outside saying, oh, this is why. Like you start when you look at it, when you have your intention. So me, I look at it as a study guide so that I can talk to most women and say, hey, I happen to see you on one of the shows, right? The lack of communication and not being able to talk to each other like grown women, not being able to come in with the end in the mind, like we here for business. And so one of the challenges for me that I see and is that a lot of times it's the lack of communication, being able to sit down in a room with a plan and understand what the plan is, staying focused on that plan and staying committed. Because when you don't have a plan and you don't have things put in place so that you can work the plan, then you just out here doing anything. You're winging it. And most of the time when you wing it, that's when you get into a whole bunch of back alley stuff that doesn't have anything to do with growing your business, right? And so I think a lot of us, if we can take the emotions out of it, then we can move forward with ease.
Awesome. Jonika, look, I'm happy that you were able to get some really good things out there. And 30 minutes is never enough, ever enough, but we make it work as much as we can. Yes, Jonika, for those that would like to reach out to you, maybe even get to know a little bit about your network, can you please tell them how they can reach you?
Absolutely. So my network, for my business is Opulent Lady Business Association. I also have your business matchmakers. And so I can be reached on any of the social platforms under Opulent Lady. And so whether you Google me, type it in, it could be everywhere from Clubhouse to IG to LinkedIn. You will find me under Jonika Lynch or Opulent Lady. That's JONIKALYNCH as the business matchmaker. But if you look underneath for Opulent Lady, it'll say Opulent Lady Network, Opulent Lady Business Network. So we're on all platforms.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Jonika, for coming on. And of course, we're going to have you back.
Yes.
Definitely. And then we want to say thank you, Miss Taylor, for coming on as well. And thank you, everyone, for tuning into this week's episode of Coach Talks. I am your host, Coach E. Make sure you are following us on Facebook if you aren't already, because you not want to miss out on being able to collect your holiday basket. Everyone have a blessed one. We'll see you soon.
See you soon. Thank you. Happy holidays, everyone.
This is Coach E on Coach Talk, a HME production.